Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Learning Hunt. Our basic of HTML tutorial is end with my previous video. So if you are new and want to learn HTML from basics, then my first video link is in the description below. You can start from there, or by clicking the I button you can get that video. So let's start today's topic. Today we will move CSS tutorial and know what is CSS, why it is used, and how many type of CSS are there. So at first, what is CSS? The CSS means the cascading style sheet, and why it is used. So with the CSS you can assign and control the style of HTML element on a web page using a number of selector. ID and class are two of the mostly used CSS selector that not only help with the building the layout of the HTML document, but they also help with the styling it. You can also see that if this is my HTML page, I create this HTML page with the help of HTML, CSS and some JavaScript. Okay, so you can see that the effect of CSS, that is, this is the text color or font text font style here. As you can see that, you can also see that when it is this is the big screen of my window HTML page, then this text or buttons will be in the center of this page. When I minimize this, then it's also in the between of page. Okay, so this is the effect of CSS. So let's how many type of CSS are there? So there are the three type of CSS: inline CSS, internal CSS and external CSS. So what is the inline CSS? So in inline CSS is used to apply a unique style set to a single line. And inline CSS is used to style attribute of an HTML element. Okay, so as you can see that in the example, in the paragraph tag there, the inline CSS is applied here, that is style is equal to color is equal to color is blue. Okay, so and the internal CSS is here, as you can see that an internal CSS is used to define a style for a single HTML page, and external CSS is defined in a head section of an HTML page within a style element. Okay, so at the last is the external CSS. Okay, so this image is a little compressed, so I remove this all image and let's see external CSS. Now you can see clearly the example is also. An external style sheet is a standalone CSS file that is linked from a web page. The advantage of external style sheet is that it can be created once and the rule applied to the multiple web pages. Okay, so as you can see that in the head section the link will be related. There is the a new file, that is style.css is applied here. So let's create our page. Okay, so I just remove all the section, and I just here, this is my Visual Studio Code. Here I also already created here the 3 paragraph. Let's open my HTML page. So here you can see that there are the 3 paragraph is already created here. Now I just applied here the inline CSS. The inline CSS is in the HTML element open tag. I write here, that is style is equal to, I want to change the color of my paragraph text. Okay, so I just color is equal to blue. In that way you can create you can apply the style sheet, okay, by writing the open tag of your element and give the style. Okay, so let's save this file and refresh my page. Here you can see that your first paragraph will be its color is become a blue. Okay, so with the help of inline CSS you can see that you can change this color. This is paragraph, in the paragraph inline CSS applied here. Okay, so let's apply the external tag here. Okay, so internal tag here. So as you can see that the internal tag, in the head section there are the style attribute here, and in the style attribute there are the body or paragraph tag. In that way you can apply it here. So let's apply it here in the head section. Here is the head section. I write here st while a style attribute. Here you can see that this is the open tag of my style attribute and this is the closing tag. Now I can write here the paragraph tag. If I write here the paragraph tag and give the curly bracer, okay, now I write here the color is equal to blue, or I want red for this. Okay, so if I write here, then my all element of paragraph tag will become a blue. So for I want for this particular paragraph, just applied the color is red. Okay, so I just give here the id or mainly class. So I just want to give here the id, that is id is second. Okay, now I just copy this id and paste it here by writing hatch and then second. Okay, now I save this file and refresh my page. As you can see that, okay, so wait a second, here I write that is hatch second curly bracer, color is red. Okay, now save this file and refresh your page. This is not applied here. Let's see where I write. So text by CSS, I do not give the type of my style sheet, that's why it's showing an error. So let's give here the type. Okay, so type is equal to, what is the type? That is text by CSS. Okay, so text, text by CSS here. Okay, now I change this id, that is a first SCCU and second paragraph. I write in the form, in that form. Now I save this, keep the hatch and then paragraph. Now I choose the color is just a green. Okay, now save this file. In the head section there the style type is type text. Now I refresh my page, that is you can see that your color will become a green. Okay, in that way you can create, you can apply the extra internal CSS. Now let's create for external CSS. So for creating the external CSS we have to create a new file. In the you have to create a new file. So as you can see that I create here the new file, that is new.css. You create a CSS file, then you have to give the carefully the extension, that is CSS. After writing the file name you have to give the carefully extension. Now I just simply attach this file with my HTML file here. So in the head section here, as you can see that this is the head section here. Okay, in the head section I write here that is link tag. I write here the link related. What type of file is related? That is style sheet related. And in the ref section I have to give the location or file name here. So my file name here, that is new.css here. Okay, so I save this file and in the new section I applied here, that is at first I have to give the class here. Class is equal to, I want to give the class that is third, thi or the third. Okay, now save this file, and for using the class you have to give the dot and then give the element class name thi or the third. Okay, now let's give the color. I also want to choose the color. Okay, that is color will become a yellow. Okay, now save this file and again come to your HTML file. Now refresh your page and you can see that your text will become a yellow. So in that way you can apply the CSS. So in the next video we will see the next topic little by little, then you know the how to apply the CSS style attribute. Okay, so in that video this is for today. So if you like my video, then give a thumb, press the bell icon and subscribe my channel.